you tired of just constantly being unproductive? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you on how to build good, healthy habits that will actually stay. So there's going to be no bullshit. It's just straight to the point, just real talk. Okay, so me personally, I used to be someone who just keeps procrastinating, saying I'll do this later, and in the end, I just don't do it. Okay, so all the things that I'm going to share right now are things that I've implemented in my own life. So you can know that it works, because if it works for me, it will definitely work for you as well. So building habits is basically just us making small changes and just letting it accumulate in a snowball effect to make some big progress. So building habits is basically just us making small changes and then letting the effect accumulate so that we can lead to a bigger result. I'm sure you've heard of the quote, if you get 1% better every single day, by the end of the year will be 37 times better. So yeah, progress is small, but what we want is the end result. Okay, so for the very first part, we want to try and make this habit extremely convenient and appealing to us. So how do we do that? Okay, so suppose our goal is to drink more water, stay hydrated throughout the day. So what do? We can keep a water bottle like right next to us near our workplace, desk, wherever, and we can just drink it when we see it. So like in my case, it's right here because I need to stay hydrated. Okay, so there's this quote that, if I'm not wrong, it was my primary 6 teacher that shared it with me. It went something like, out of sight, out of mind. So in this case, if it's in your sight, it's in your mind, right? So the more you see it, the more you'll be reminded of it. Then you will just keep drinking it. So that way you stay hydrated. And another example is, I have a book right here. I've already shared this in a previous video, Atomic Habits. So I keep it on my table, so whenever I have free time, I just read it. So like it can be just 1 or 2 pages at once, but the goal is to have small changes that accumulate. So now we want to make our habits, these new habits that we're cultivating, to be more appealing to us. So how do we do that? So suppose you're going for a run. You want to train for a 2.4 kilometer run, okay? So if you're just starting out, you want to make small changes, right? So you can incorporate other habits alongside this. So if I'm not wrong, it's called habit stacking. So in this context, we could listen to music while we run. So then the whole process is more enjoyable and appealing to us. So that way we can actually enjoy the run since we're listening to music. Or perhaps enjoy the run even more because we're listening to music. Okay, secondly, we want to start small. Like I said earlier, we want the accumulation effect. So even if it's about reading, we can just take out like 5 to 10 minutes to read, or perhaps even just 1 or 2 pages before we go to sleep. So the point is to make small changes, and then once we get used to that routine, we can increase it. So suppose now I'm reading 1 to 2 pages before I go to sleep. But once I get used to this routine, I can increase it to like 3 or 4 pages. So yeah, start small and just stay consistent, because consistency is always the key. Now for the third point, we want to track our progress. So what do I mean by track our progress? So basically what we should do is, or what we can do is, we could have a an app on your phone that you can just check off that you read a book or you drank water or something simple like that. You went for a run or whatever. You can just tick it off, or you can just do it on a notebook like what I do. I find it more practical, so I do it on a notebook. So the thing about tracking our progress is when we see that, oh, we did it for 1 week straight, it's like, oh, we build up a streak over there. And I feel like it just gives us more motivation to keep going in the same direction. But also at the same time, even if we are to break the streak for whatever reason, don't be too harsh on yourself. Just get back to the habit that we're trying to build the very next day. Because one slip up really won't ruin anything unless you allow it to. So just do your best, stay consistent. And yeah, that'll be all for the video. Take care.